What's up, folks? Backyard Tennis here. We've got Ike and myself, David Big D3 Youngs. We've got a special episode for you today. There are a lot of premier sporting events out there. Wimbledon, the hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July. I would say the week on ESPN where they do ESPN de Ocho and have dodgeball and all that shit. None top this week, though, baby. It is the North Dakota Adult Championships. Let's go. How you feeling, Ike?
I'm feeling good. I'm in the bracket along with you, David Big D3 Youngs. We'll zoom in here for everyone. We just want to make sure that you see the overview of the draw, but obviously,
yeah. And I should preface too, this tournament has a rich history. There was a North Dakota closed championship similar to what South Dakota does, our ugly neighbors from the South. For a long time, it was discontinued, and I would say about a decade ago, it was brought back, and it's gotten some great steam. Initially, it was a summer tournament 2 weeks after the Red River Open, which is one of the premier money tournaments in the this part of the country. And tennis visionary Oliver Summers said, let's spread it out a little bit. Let's put it in the winter. Now our former coach and tennis savant, Zach Sitter, has taken over the reign of the tournament. It's been broadcasted in the past on True TV, ESPN. I think they're going with Fox Sports. I think they're still negotiating to be determined. But if that falls through, Carter Steffes' Facebook page is always a sure bet to get all the action. But the draws came out yesterday. Healthy numbers in the men's open draw. And I don't know, Isaac, do they still go off of UTR for seeding, or is it discretion?
They do. They do go off the UTR, I believe. They might even go off the Northern recruiting number. But I got a story about the UTR. Alexis Konishny, my girlfriend, currently has a 10 UTR.
The fuck?
She has 2 points higher than me on UTR. It says 10% reliable. I was looking, I was like 0% reliable. Like, what? How could you come up with the calculation of getting a 10 UTR?
Like, I'll just say this, no disrespect to Miss Konishny, your wife, but I mean, North Dakota, Minnesota isn't necessarily known for her for tennis, but is she playing her tournaments in fucking Wyoming? Like, who's she playing against? Did she get like a fake ID and is playing in 12s?
I don't know what's happening, but I think we should get into this draw. One thing that Lex was doing earlier was watching Love on the Spectrum. There was a variety of spectrum of players on this draw in different ways to just different people, but
there are. And so let's kick it off. I think our format tonight is we're going to go through, break down each matchup as tennis savants.
I think we should predict the whole tournament, Dave.
You think so?
Yeah.
Would that be a conflict of interest consider we're playing in the tournament? I really don't give a fuck if it is.
I'm taking myself in every match, no matter what. I feel like you will as well. So I'll see you in the
well, what if the great was it Djokovic? He said, I respect everybody, I fear nobody. I respect nobody and I fear nobody. So let's get after it.
All right. So one seed, we got Dylan Sperry. Actually had Dylan Sperry on for an interview. He has the company On the Rise Tennis in the cities. Super successful business. He has a YouTube page as well. Has, I believe, a couple thousand subscribers. So has that going.
We'll link it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Dylan. I don't know him that well. I did play him once back, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. But as a former Twin Cities resident, people don't think that there's anything near the sport of tennis up in Fargo, North Dakota. They think that we're still playing, platform tennis or lawn tennis. I even had a close friend today text me and said, from the city saying they have tennis tournaments up there. I would actually argue that North Dakota has more adult tournaments than the Twin Cities. But It's always good when you get Twin Cities folk like Dylan spreading the good word up here. And he must like it if he keeps coming back.
Yeah. No, I don't know if he's been up here, has he?
Yeah, dude, I fucking played him here.
Okay.
I beat him.
All right. So next on the list, and he's the 1 seed, so I expect him to make a big draw.
Yeah,
I think he's a Hamlin grad, if I remember correctly.
Pipe it up, baby.
Yeah, go Pipers. We got Taylor Exodus Meyer. Dave, do you know who this is?
So I just did a little inside research, found him on Facebook. Looks to be a University of North Dakota grad aviation program, one of the best in the country. I would assume he's an honorable pilot. I think that Taylor is going to be like a 737 Max in this tournament. He's going to look great, shiny right away. But, you know, the doors might blow off eventually. You know, and he's got a Bible. He's got a book of the Bible in his last name, as well as half of a hot dog company, which not many people can say. So I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And next on the list, we have Tyler Anderson. I'm not super familiar with Tyler Anderson, but looking on tennisrecruiting.net, Tyler Anderson is a West Fargo graduate of 23.
Played for Shanley, though.
Shanley? Okay.
Yep, he's a deacon.
Okay, so yeah, he always works the tournaments, if I'm not correct. Correct?
Does, yeah. Tyler is
yeah,
a staple of the FM tennis community. Just a kind young gentleman.
Yep.
I believe is in school right now at North Dakota State. But yeah, he's one of those guys you go out to courts. He's always hitting. He's always doing something. I think he's on the stringing staff, which I'm about to become a member of, barring a background check. Knock on wood. But yeah, good player and loves the game.
Yeah,
but I'm taking actually, I don't know who I'm going to take in this one. I feel like I've seen Taylor Exodus Meyer's name in tournaments. I think, did he play club at UND?
I don't know, but I'm taking Tyler in this one. I remember playing a little MXP with him like 3 years back, something like that. So, or a couple years back. Solid player. I think he takes this one and plays Dylan.
Yeah, I'll take the local kid as well.
All right. Next in the bracket, we got Jake McCormick. We got tennis analyst Jake McCormick, WTA fanatic. He's always watching all the WTA matches. Pretty much a genius when it comes to predicting matches and scores. I've used him once or twice for some predictions on some scores that I may have won money on, potentially.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But Jake is the number 6 seed playing Jared Pitcher, Bismarck native. And this is going to be a barn burner. I think this is going to be a great match. What do you think?
I do too. I was lucky enough to see both these young chaps when they were just learning the game, middle school, early high school. I know Jake McCormick had a great run at the state tournament this past year. I think he is slated to graduate from Fargo. He's at Davies, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So go to Concordia. And then Jared obviously comes from a tennis family and is a talented player himself, much more familiar with the game of his older brother, Mason, who's my brother's age. But I would imagine Jared's got some game in him himself. Also, top 5 tennis dad in the state of North Dakota, Mr. Pitcher. That guy, you know, one of the best parts about these tournaments is, and I can say this now, you know, I'm not there for the wins. I like to win, but it's going to happen a lot less than it may have used to. But I just like to talk with people, and Mr. Pitcher is one of my favorites.
Yeah, and he does speak the Spanish, so he is a Spanish teacher out at the university out there in Bismarck, and I'm always loving speaking Spanish with him. He's just so smooth with it. He's got that great accent too. So
me gusta. Hey, yo tengo mucho grande pene. Is Jared graduated from high school?
I think he graduates this year.
God, they grow up fast.
Next in the matchup, we got Kai Kringle. Is it Kringle?
Kringley.
And Daniel Scrady or Scrod? Scrade?
Scrotum. I'm looking him up right now.
Do you think they have pronunciation phonetics?
Oh, dude, he has a SoundCloud.
Hey, let's link it. Let's pop it up. Here, what is it?
All right. I'm going to put, he's got 5 followers, 2 following.
Has he made music?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
He follows Young Spees and Lil Driz E.
All right.
One like is Joey Trap Nemo. I'm not familiar with any of that. I just used SoundCloud to listen to Big Booty mixes when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I'll just say this. I'll put in a word for Kai Kringley. Excellent young man. And is somebody who has improved a lot. But I imagine Daniel is too, because it appears that Daniel is a member of the Cobbers.
Let
Let me take a look here. Roster
pick.
Yeah, no, he's on the ITA official roster for the Cobbers.
There we go.
Freshman this past year.
We get to meet fellow Cobb.
Dude, let's go. Well, so I really don't care who wins. This is a win-win because there's a Cobber moving on to the next round.
I'm taking Kai in this one.
All right, well, I'll take.
Yeah, we didn't make prediction on Jake and Jared.
No, I'm going with Jake. Got to go east side, baby.
I'm going Jake too. I do like Jared. I believe in his talents. He's a very good player. I don't know. Jake's just, I think he's improved quite a bit, and I think he comes away with this one. For Kai and Dan, I'm taking Kai. I think that serve super fast, tough to deal with. I don't know too much about Daniel's game, so could surprise me for that one, but I'm taking Kai in that one.
Yeah.
We got
I'm good
Logan.
with that, and I like Kai. Great family. Parents were inducted into the North Dakota Tennis Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. And Valley City. I have never heard anybody say anything bad about Valley City, like people from Valley City. Well, there's a few actually, but the Kringleys are not. They're wonderful people.
You can't say no one says anything bad about Valley City when people literally call it Valley City.
People call it that? I've never.
I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying I do. I don't. I'm just saying colloquially it has been said.
They have one of the best bridges in the entire state. Out of probably 40 to 50 bridges, it's one of the best. You can't drive on it just for trains, but that's why they're the Highliners.
All right. Well, we got Logan. Logan is a weekly hitting partner of mine. Solid player. I think definitely a favorite to win this tournament. I think Logan has definitely what it takes to beat everyone in the draw. So I think he can make a run, but he's going to have to play the winner of Isaac Maddock. I feel like Isaac Maddock has to have the nickname Mad Dog. That has to be a nickname of Maddock.
You would think that would be, a household name for him. But yeah, and then Momin Durrani, who is a fine young player from West Fargo. His older brother Adam, family used to live in Grand Forks. His older brother Adam played for the mighty Red River Rough Riders. Just kind folks. One of those people that I never considered myself super close, but we'd Instagram message back and forth a little bit. He was on the team when our Bruins defeated their winning streak for state titles. So that always feels good. But it's, Isaac has been a core part of this Cobber tennis rebuild. Great young player, good kid. And man, he might be playing his teammates second round here.
Yeah. Momin, I remember watching him play at the holiday tournament just about a month ago. So pretty fresh. Guy's got a nice kicker. So I think Isaac's going to have to deal with that. But I think consistency will win that match, whether it's Momin or Isaac. I think the person who can keep balls deeper in the court so the other one doesn't get an angle, and the one who just keeps it in a little bit longer, I think is going to win the match. I don't think this is I need to go for a bunch of winners type of match.
Yeah, this is one that you get your popcorn for. You sit down, maybe have a couple episodes of The Office downloaded in case it gets a bit boring, but it's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Number
13 and 14 in the bracket, we got Kai Pierce and Santiago Buisan.
Bougie.
Kai's the number 2 for Concordia. Played 2 last year, had a lot of success. So I'm taking Kai in this one. I don't know too much about Santiago. Dave?
I'm looking on form prep results right now. Looks like he played high school tennis in North Dakota. Oh, fuck.
Whenever I see Santiago, I always think of San Diego.
Good morning, San Diego.
San Diego.
So give me a second here. Looks like he plays for Shanley. He's a Shanley boy. But I'm going with Kai here. Kai, I'll say this, Kai was a fine high school player, but his game has elevated so much since his sophomore year of college, or of high school, excuse me. And so he's turned into a very respectable player, and that's fun to see. And he plays for the Cobbers.
Yeah. I think he can replicate his past year, so I'm taking him in that match as well. He's the 8 seed. We got Leighton Hike and Isaac Mimong. I am unknowledgeable about either of these two guys. There is quite the variety of
Leighton's
players.
a Valley City kid, I'm pretty sure.
Valley City, okay. I might have.
Nope, sorry, Cheyenne.
Okay, I think actually Leighton is the other kid who was playing Moment in the holiday tournament. I'm actually pretty certain now that I hear his name a couple times. So, what about Isaac Mamong?
So I think he's a Jamestown Jimmy. He's a Jamestown kid. Played tennis there.
All right. So maybe he hasn't played as many tournaments in the area. I feel like we'd have recognized the name. I'm taking Leighton in this one. I think he's a lefty, if I remember right. I think he's pretty crafty. I'm taking him with that, nasty slice serve.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, I would too. Looks like Isaac Mimong. He was a consolation champion in the Jamestown Tennis Association Burst the Bubble tournament, which great to see Jamestown have an indoor facility these days. But yeah, I am going with Leighton.
Yeah. David Grong and Max Ness. Max Ness is a Concordia Cobber. David Grong shares the same name as
he is a twin. Isn't he a Twin Cities guy?
He might be. Maybe he's coming up with Dylan Sperry. Maybe.
Yeah, well, so I know about him because our good buddy and correspondent Matt Hokinson, Hokie Tennis, reached out, and Anna Wynn, who is coming down from the cities, was looking for a mixed partner, and I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to like get out of playing singles. And I was like, sweet. And he sent me like her number, and I was like, I'll reach out. And then like I was on the way back to Fargo, and then an hour later he reached out and was like, oh, she found somebody, and it was this guy. So because of that, I got to go with Maxwell because I really don't want to play singles.
So I'm looking at, looks like this Grong has played in quite a few different tournaments. Whenever you play tournaments, I think you're going to be a good player. So I'm going David. I don't know him at all, but I'm just going with hey, who knows if this guy's just going to be sick.
Actually, I changed my vote. I'm going with him as well because even though he stole my mixed doubles partner, his name's David, and that's pretty cool. So
we got Hunter Rice and Will Wisher. Hunter Rice, also Concordia student, freshman there. And then we got Will Wisher, legend in the area, super steady, very tough to play. Seems like he's always on, consistent.
Government worker, serves the people.
Yeah.
And where did he go to school?
UND? Conco?
Fucking Concordia, man.
But like his law degree, didn't he go to UND?
Yeah, he went to UND for that, but he did undergrad at Concordia. Played for the Cubs.
I was thinking of his most recent schooling. I'm taking Will in this match. What about you, Dave?
Will is one of those guys that, I mean, God, he's probably mid-30s, late 30s. But if your last name is Wisher, you're going to be a good tennis player for as long as you wish to hold a tennis racket. And Will is just such a steady Eddie. And great too, because he's like a hitting partner where it's like, if you're a young player, like, getting into tournaments and stuff, he's great to hit with. But if you're our age, if you're older, great hitting partner. But Hunter as well, rock solid player, Minot, North Dakota, and a Cobber.
Did you say who you got in that match?
I have Will.
All right. We got you. Is this you, David Youngs? There's not another David Youngs out there. And then Austin Nelson. Do you know who Austin Nelson is, Dave?
So I did a little research on my opponent, my enemy. Looks like, I believe, a Fergus Falls kid or Lakes area. That's about it.
How do you feel that you're not seeded in this tournament?
I mean, I expected it. I haven't played a singles tournament in so long. Yeah, I think I could be, like, talent-wise, but, like, just, feeds the fire, man. Yeah. Even though I didn't really want to play singles, I will still, like, the inner competitor in me is going to come out, and I will, as Mike Tyson once said, I'm going to eat your children. And Austin, I'm sorry. I'm sure you're a great guy. I'm sorry to all my other competitors that I will play this weekend, but I will kill you.
And then it looks like you are playing, if you win, Jared Zowie, member of the Degenerate team. So
yeah,
Jared is known for his pancake serve that is super consistent, super effective, and steady strokes. Power forehand, I would say, and then just nice, consistent strokes. What would you say?
Yeah, no, I would agree. And Jared is truly a testament of hard work. Didn't come from like, he played, he was a very good high school tennis player, but didn't like do the whole USTA thing growing up. One of the biggest progressions of talent I have seen from somebody playing college tennis. And I can speak to him like that as somebody who's never lost him in singles. So I'd like to keep it that way.
I'm
God,
looking
forward. Hate that I just said that.
I'm looking forward to this round 2 matchup though. But I also like Jared's backhand. It's that pancake backhand. It's kind of like my backhand. We just never developed an actual backhand. Kind of looks like Francis Tiafoe, Nick Kyrgios, Tommy Paul a little bit sometimes. Kind of that bunt Cam Norrie. Just that little bunt.
Yeah, it's like not a full stroke even. It's almost like you're like, you're taking an axe to a tree.
Yeah.
But it works. Obviously, it worked for Jared. I mean, Jared had some of the most impressive results on our college team, you could say. So
then we got Josh Fisher, formerly a guest on our show. Yeah, so he made probably 4 or 5 appearances throughout the last couple of years. So, and he's playing Garrett Tostenson.
He's a local kid, isn't he?
I have no idea. I've never heard of Garrett.
I'm pretty sure he is. Garrett Toff. How do you spell that last name?
Tostenson. I'm liking Josh in this one. I think he's really improved over the last 3 years. Like, I think he's really played a lot of tennis, and I think Josh is getting pretty darn good. So I'm taking him in this matchup.
I will too, just because I like him, and I've heard that he's gotten better, which is awesome. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like Josh Fisher, though? Is he still the tournament director for the Bismarck Open?
I believe so.
Good.
We got Eric Porter, and wait, is Eric the tournament
actually director? No, I think Eric does the Jackie, right?
Yeah, I think he might do both.
So you both? Well, both are just upstanding human beings.
Yeah, and then Ryan, is that 2 L's or an Ilif?
I think it's Ilif.
Ilif.
What if it was 2 L's though? Would we pronounce it like in the Spanish way of like? Would it be Yift? Yif?
Double L. Yif. My name's Yif.
My name's Yif.
But
let's look him up. He's another Jamestown guy. It looks like.
Eric's gonna eat this Jamestown kid for lunch.
Dude, yeah, he is. Like, Eric Porter. If there was a Mount Rushmore of the past 2 decades of tennis players in the western part of North Dakota, Eric Porter would definitely be on it. I'd put him, Grant Bakke, Josh Othout, and I don't know, Hunter Othout. But Eric Porter would be on there. And so Eric will win.
Next matchup is Jordan Kushkushki. Wow.
Hell yeah.
What a name. Kush.
It's one of the best names in the tournament and in the northern section, I would argue.
Playing against Brandon Giles or Giles.
Why have I heard of Brandon Giles? Have I played him?
I feel like I've heard that name as well. But what a name. Kushkushi.
So Jordan drives a really cool car. I think it's a Hummer.
So does that?
But we've got a previous result. Men's consolation final of the Burst the Bubble tournament in Jamestown. Giles defeated Kushkushki 4-2.
All right. I think that's a pretty commanding win. So I'm going with Giles.
Yeah, I'll go with him as well.
And then I say we just kind of move on up the bracket. I got a bye here. I wore this shirt for a reason. It says Chubbies because kind of fat right now. So being in shape that's a thing of the past.
Right.
So tournaments,
Fat Kings.
tennis becomes way more hard. But I'm looking to compete in every single match. Hopefully,
Dude, you just have to hit winners and hit kick serves. You'll be fine.
All right, let's go to the round of 16 matchups. So I wish we could like preview them somehow. So Tyler Anderson, who do we say in this one? I'm saying Tyler. So we think Dylan's probably gonna move on in that match, though, right?
Yep, I'm taking Dylan in the round of 16.
All right, Dylan. So then we took Jake and we
Taking
took
Kai.
Kai. So
And I'm going with Kai in that one.
I think Jake would win that one. So
Yeah.
we're gonna differ on that one. We'll for the sake of the video, we'll go Kai just to follow him. But I think Jake would win. Logan.
Just kidding. I like Jake, and his parents are awesome. So
Logan against, and we said
Isaac.
Isaac Maddox, I think.
Which I've heard that Isaac has pushed Logan a couple of times, but I think Logan wins this one like a 4-2.
Yeah, I agree. Logan's super consistent, hits the ball really deep, tough to play against. And then we said Kai Pierce, and I think Leighton Hike will win that matchup. I'm saying Kai's going to win.
Yep, I would too.
Just a little bit bigger ball. I think a little bit more consistent. He comes to the net, which it's really difficult to play against. So that's a huge advantage. Then we got Grong and Will Wisher. I think I'm going with, man, this is going to be a tough match, I think. I'm going with Will Wisher.
We just don't know enough. Yeah, we don't know enough about David Grong.
Yeah, I'm taking Will. I think Will can outsteady this guy. Then you got you. We got you and Jared. That's gonna be probably the second round match to watch right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think?
I'm taking me.
You're taking you. I think it's a 50-50 toss up. I think it's a pick 'em. I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Would you want to pick the guy that's won the matchup? I think we played like 3 times, but they've all been like practice matches or challenge matches.
There's something about Sowie and him just grinding out close matches.
No. Full transparency.
You just mentioned that you hadn't played a singles match in a year or something like that, right?
Oh, I mean, it hasn't been a year. I played a bunch this summer.
I'm just saying he's the 4 seed, and we just went over why you weren't seeded, and you said you hadn't played in so long.
Yeah, I mean, that's accurate. So, no, full transparency, no. I would like to keep this match close and obviously win, but I could very much easily, Jared's one of those guys where he doesn't lose a whole lot of he doesn't regress from not playing.
Yeah. But yeah, I do think this is a pick 'em. Then we got Josh Fisher and Eric Porter. Battle of Bismarck versus Mandan. Ooh, the Bi-City area. We're going with Eric in this one. I think he's just so steady. Yep. We know the level that Eric has played at. I think Eric wins that one. Then we got me versus, what do we think, Brandon Giles, right?
Yeah, Giles. So I'm taking you in that one.
I'm hitting some deep, heavy forehands to his back.
Deep, heavy, just top spin.
Deep. Kick serve, just deep kick backhand. Deep kick backhand. Deep kick backhand. Abuse it. Yeah. So then we've got Dylan versus we said Kai.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't.
But actually,
I think we should move Jake up there. I think Jake is so consistent. I think Jake wins that.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So Jake and Dylan Sperry.
Yep.
Who do you think's gonna win that? I think Dylan's got the maturity. When you coach like that, you just have a little bit more knowledge. I think
ball.
And then we got Logan against it would be Kai, right?
Yeah. I'm taking Logan.
Logan, yep. So we got if you can write this down somewhere, David, or maybe put on notes in your computer.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
So we got on the top of the bracket, we got Dylan Sperry. Then this is meeting in the semis, right? He'd be playing Logan in the semis.
Yep. So Sperry and Logan.
And then
it'd be me or Jared. Or no, we're not there yet.
Will Wisher.
Oh, so this would be the quarters.
You sure?
No, it would be the semis. You're right.
Yeah. So then we got CUSDA, you need to update your stuff.
It's so hard. Like, I get what they're trying to do by like
thing. I want to see the whole thing.
But like, fuck, I like the older ones so much more.
I want to see the whole thing. Show me the whole thing. Show me the whole thing. But anyways, so all right, we gotta go back to this so we can see the names. I suppose I can zoom out, but that
you could zoom out, but
then you can't see. Okay, so we got Logan,
so Barry and Logan,
and then
semi. Will.
And then we got Will. No, see, he'd be on the bottom half of the draw, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Will. Then I think you or Sowie is gonna win against Will. So
yeah, hopefully.
And then me versus Eric. Ooh, me versus Eric. That's a quarterfinal matchup, right?
Yeah, so it is the quarters. I was right. Fuck you.
Well, but we were both right. I was predicting that matchup already.
Oh, got you.
I was kind of skipping to it, you know.
So the quarters on the bottom half would be you and Eric.
Yep. That's a good matchup. Eric,
actually a really good match. I mean, what do you think about that matchup if it were to happen?
It's caused me a lot of trouble in the past. I've been playing Logan a lot, so I like where I'm at. Like I said, I'm a little bit fat, so don't move quite as well as I want to. But because I'm playing once a week, conditioning is not bad. I don't know. I'm always gonna take myself. I'm the uber most competitive person in the world. I never want to lose ever, so I will die on the court before I try to lose.
Yeah.
But
that's fair.
So
so it would be you and Eric in one quarter on the bottom half, and then me / Jared.
All right, so let's say
and Will.
Because you're here, let's say you win that. So then I would play you in the semis. Ooh, potentially that would be a great matchup.
That'd be a great match. I mean, Isaac, you can credit me for your great junior season because I kicked your ass at the Red River Open in the summer.
Yeah, you did. I think you and Porter are the only cobbers to have beat me.
Yeah, I suppose. When did Eric beat you again?
I suppose Logan has beaten me, but of our teammates and stuff. But yeah, Eric beat me, I think, twice in 2 tournaments. I think maybe both out in Bismarck. But
have I only beaten you once? I think it was only once.
So Dylan and Logan, who are we saying in this matchup?
I'm going Logie.
I think Logan's going to win that as well. So that's another final for Logan. Wow. And then this is my channel, so I'm gonna go on top of you for this one.
All right. And, remember that one time though? So yeah, because I beat you, and then the next time when we played, and you beat me in straights, but you accused me of hooking. That rattled me so much.
Hey, it's not just about the game on the court; it's about the game in the head as well. And there's
I remember being like, dude, I'm not gonna hook you. You're my fucking.
There's always a mental warfare battle, and in tennis, it is part of the game. I'm not trying to rattle any cages out there, but if I think a ball is close, I'm just gonna ask. Like I said, I'm super competitive. I want every ball to be in. If I think a ball's close, and I don't think you're giving me the benefit of the doubt, because I will give you the benefit of the doubt every single time. I give probably like a 1/4 inch on non-necessary calls, like serves.
Why? If it's out, it's out.
If it's super, super close, I think you gotta play it. I'm saying like your eyes sometimes don't see stuff right. And I know that for a fact because I've seen balls that were definitely in that my opponent has called out. So I think there is a justification. I am getting older and probably a little bit smarter, so I'd calm down a little bit more. I'm in control of my emotions a bit more, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's fair. Okay, I respect that. I respect that.
yeah.
So let's say there's a final that is you and Logan. How do you feel?
I want to see potentially that final because it would be a repeat of last year. And I just played Logan in the holiday tournament, and we had a pretty good battle in the morning. But yeah, Logan, I want to get my revenge on Logan. So I think that's a pick 'em matchup. I always say when I go into those matchups, it's a 50-50. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there's our prediction. Hold us to it. Those who watch who are playing in the tournament, if we doubted you, call us assholes because we are. What are the storylines of this tournament, do you think, of this draw?
I think the main one is #1 seed Dylan Sperry coming up from the cities. We're getting some people driving from Jamestown, from Bismarck, from the cities. So it's definitely a regional tournament.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's awesome. I would say the other one is just, obviously it's because it's in town and the community, but the number of cobbers, past and present, hopefully future, playing, unbelievable.
Yeah, I love it. I think we'll wrap it up there, Dave.
Yeah, well, come on out and watch. We'll stream a few matches, maybe, if we're feeling like it.
Maybe.
Should be a great weekend.
All right. Adios.
And if you want, comment on this video who you think the winner will be. If you are correct, we will buy you a burrito at Chipotle.
All right. Yeah.